Water is the source of life, but we're running out of it. Why is that? These pictures are from Chennai, one of India's largest cities. It didn't just wake up to dry taps. Chennai has been gradually losing water because of two reasons: low rainfall and depletion of underground water reservoirs.
மழையும் பெய்ய மாட்டேங்குது இந்த ஊருக்கு மழையும் பெய்ய மாட்டேங்குது இந்த வருஷமா நாங்க எந்த வருஷமும் நாங்க கஷ்டப்பட்டதே கிடையாது தண்ணிக்கு.
But how did the city of 10 million get to this point?
After 1990s, because of the globalization of the economy, the Indian economy also expanded very rapidly. To cope up with such a rapid growth, especially in the urban centers of India, we started building up the cities in an unmanaged and unplanned fashion. In that process, we somehow neglected the water side or the resource management side of our city's growth.
So, Chennai's first problem is unregulated urbanization. In fact, Anna University researchers say it has lost 1/3 of its wetlands in the last decade due to development projects. And that loss is now causing schools, hotels, and other businesses to close down.
ரேஷன் கார்டு மூலமா தண்ணி தரேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நேத்து நியூஸ்ல சொன்னாங்க. ஒரு ரேஷன் கார்டுக்கு 2 பாக்கெட் தண்ணின்ற மாதிரி டோக்கன் போட்டு கொடுக்குறாங்க. 2 பாக்கெட் தண்ணி ஒரு ஃபேமிலிக்கு எப்படி பத்தும்? அவங்க வீட்ல எல்லாம் இப்ப மினிஸ்டர்ங்க வீட்ல எல்லாம் அது மாதிரி பத்துமா? அப்படின்றத மக்களோட பத்தி எது புரிஞ்சுக்க மாட்டேங்க.
Chennai is not the only Indian city with this problem. 21 major cities in India, including the capital Delhi, could run out of water as early as next year. That's according to the National Institution for Transforming India. Another report says that nearly half of the Indian population is going to see an extreme water shortage very soon. But is this a result of poor water management?
We get very good amount of precipitation in the form of rainfall as well as snowfall. The challenge is that we capture around 8% of that precipitation today, which is significantly lags behind some of the global based average.
So how does this crisis look worldwide? According to a study published in 2014, 1 in 4 of the world's big cities are water stressed. In 2015, the situation in Brazil's Sao Paulo was so bad that police had to escort water trucks to avoid looting. The city had less than 20 days worth of water. More recently, in 2018, South African officials announced that Cape Town residents would run out of water in 3 months. This, of course, led to water rationing.
Before, I was using 2 kettles of water for wash myself. So now I use 1.
1/4 of the city's population lives in informal settlements. This complicated the situation as these areas have no regular supply of water.
There are always pictures of, running taps and broken fixtures and look at the leakage and all the rest. But the reality is that those 1 million people out of a population of 4 only use 4.5% of the water.
Climate change is altering weather patterns and water supplies around the world. Why does this matter? Because even though 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, only 3% is considered consumable fresh water. Which means the water shortage crisis is not just an Asian or African problem. According to the World Health Organization, 2.1 billion people lack safe drinking water.
The main issue is that demand for water, all types of water for different uses, particularly for agriculture, for urban development, for industrialization, demand for water is skyrocketing. The second problem is that water is not distributed evenly around the earth. Where we want the water is often where it is not. It's getting more expensive to transport water from where it is but abundant to where it's needed the most.
According to a United Nations report, the lack of fresh water is a major factor in conflict areas such as Syria and Mali. In fact, the World Resources Institute says that the importance of water means that it can be weaponized. In his book, The Water Paradox, Professor Edward Babier mentions the economic importance of the crisis.
Water is more valuable in the sense that it meets more needs, even more than fossil fuels and oil. And yet we've treated it as if it's a free commodity and that it'll always be available in supply. But when you want to manage a problem of scarcity, you must think about the fact that scarcity means cost. We must start recovering the cost of providing better water and sanitation services to ordinary people, better water supplies to companies and for commercial uses.
We need to do better when it comes to water management and in saving rainwater. Because if we don't, and with a growing global population, the crisis will only get bigger.
It's important that it cannot be done just by policy or regulation. Of course, they do play a big role in mandating some of the implementation, but also a behavioral change of the civil society.
All countries are facing the same problem in parts of their regions where you have got the shortage, and we need to start thinking of common solutions and common approaches and sharing examples of good management practices that work in one part of the world and that can be transferred to others.
Unless leadership around the world acknowledges water shortage as a problem, cities will expand without proper planning and water sources will continue to be strained. What's your view on the water crisis? How can we solve it? Share your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below. Until next time, goodbye.